And joining us once again, Dr. Mykel Taylor, ag economist at K-State, one of the presenters at the annual Risk Profit Conference, took place just a few days ago. And now in this segment, we're going to talk about rental rates, farmland values here in the state of Kansas. The numbers that came out, were they a surprise to you?
Well, the USDA numbers had us coming out at a slight increase in farmland values, and that was a bit of a surprise to me. I think between 2018 and 2019, what I've seen around the state is more of a steadiness to a slight decline in some markets. There's just a lot of uncertainty in the land market right now, and so I think that for buyers and sellers both, they're trying to anticipate where we're headed. Are we headed up? Are we headed down? Which should I wait, or should I go ahead and pull the trigger now? And that's adding to a lot of uncertainty in the market.
It seems like we've gone from, if you have the money, it's a great investment, still a good investment as land, but with some of the uncertainty with the commodity prices, people are maybe taking a second guess and also maybe taking a second stab at, should I expand the operation if that operation comes to be able to rent?
Right. So in a downturn farm economy, there are going to be opportunities to rent and buy land from people who decide to exit and stop farming. And the people who are well positioned financially are going to be able to take advantage of that opportunity and grow their farms. So land is still a good investment. It's still the number one asset, in terms of value on farmers' balance sheets. And, you can't grow your operation without it. But I think that we have to be very careful about how we proceed in those land buying situations and really evaluate what we expect to be the returns off of that farmland before we buy it.
Of the numbers you saw, any particular region in Kansas that surprised you more than another?
Not necessarily. I think just the fact that some of our regions seem to be holding steady, but Northeast Kansas is starting to see some downward pressure, and I hadn't heard that from them before this year. So that's one area that I think is finally starting to see some downward pressure.
With this, the numbers come in every year, and depending on the overall economy, that has a big factor to it. But does the age of an average farmer have anything to do with it as far as maybe being more aggressive? I say that to say we also know there's some challenges with financing opportunities and ag credit. So do you think those factors might play in moving forward, maybe the next report? I don't want to jump too far ahead as we're still digesting these numbers.
Well, I think we have to remember we make a big deal out of the fact that farmers are aging. But what that means to me is you're going to have more farmers getting ready to retire over the course of the next 10 years. And so there will be opportunities for younger producers to get in. The hard part, of course, is matching them up and getting them to where they can find that retiring farmer, that retiring rancher who wants to, pass that ground on to somebody and maybe even mentor them into the early years of farming. So that's a challenge, but I think there will be opportunities available.
All right, very good. Dr. Mykel Taylor, K-State ag economist, joining us, talking about land rental rates as well as land values here in the state of Kansas. Stay with us, more coming up.